What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm out here in the trailer, freezing. Got my hot tea. This is the same mug from earlier today. Mm, nice and warm. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. See if anybody's online. Any of my friends on YouTube. Just seeing if anyone's out there. Anybody out there in the world? Hello, anybody out there? Anybody out there? Am I alone out here? Am I all alone? Any survivors? I'm in my trailer. It's even though I got the heater on, it is getting cold. It's cold in here. I think I'm gonna have to bust out a second heater because it is. That's usually what I do. For anybody watching, nobody's watching. I have a heater on that side, and then I have a heater on this side usually. Two heaters going at once. But yeah, it gets cold. It's getting cold. It's getting cold. I think it was even snowing earlier, like in the morning, and I think it's gonna snow again. Maybe I heard there's a big winter storm coming in, covering the U.S., coming in from Canada, cold front. Mm. What's up? What's going on? What's cooking? I'm just hanging out. Probably go to bed after this, after some hangouts. Ah, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up, people of Earth? Hello, people of Earth. Hello, people of Earth. I've been watching Transformers all day, like all four movies. I think there's four. Is there any more? Is there? Oh, there's a fifth one, isn't there? There's like a movie with B and like a girl or something. I think something like that. I don't know. Yeah, and are there five Transformer movies? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I watched four today. That was fun. Felicia Hill, 541. What's up? How's it going? Are you freezing like I am? It's cold in here. It's cold. It's getting colder outside. All my plants, all my beautiful plants are dead. Not all of them, but most of them. I've been gardening since probably I want to say March. Yeah, I'm freezing my butt. Yeah, it's getting cold in this trailer. I'm gonna have to bust out a second heater. I have one on this side of the trailer. I need to put one on this side so that way it evens out. You know, otherwise it just doesn't do it. I just have one little heater. And it's in the other room. It's not even in this room, but I need to put one in this room for sure. I got this back door over here on this side that a lot of cold seeps in from. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to just kind of I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use maybe blankets and just put it in the crevice of the door so it blocks the cold and a second heater. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's why I'm wearing this big jacket. It's like a what do you call them? It's almost like a sleeping bag. I got myself some warm tea. I am in the United States. I'm in Oklahoma, pretty much in the middle of the U.S. I'm in Tulsa. You ever heard of Tulsa, Oklahoma? When I first heard of Tulsa, when I first heard we were moving to Tulsa when I was a kid, I was like, "Do they have wild Indians running around? And do they have any running water?" Yes, they have all. They don't have run. They don't have Indians running around, but they have everything you would need in a city. They got cities. I'm in a city. They got it's nice. It's nice. But yeah, we used to joke around because I've I moved from Florida to Oklahoma and I was like, we're going to Oklahoma? Are you kidding me? Is there even anything there? And honestly, like 15 years ago, there wasn't much here. It was like it wasn't as cool as it is now. It's only been 15 years, and it's Tulsa has come a long way. It really has, especially downtown. Downtown used to be dead, like just especially on weekends, and now it's like new buildings everywhere. New Mexico, that sounds like a warm place. Can't believe it's cold there. I've never really been to New Mexico. I drove through New Mexico to get to California one time and drove back. But I can't say, yeah, it does get cold out there, doesn't it? Like at night, huh? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about New Mexico. All I know about New Mexico is that it shares three other corners with Utah, Colorado, and Arizona. Right? That's where they have the Four Corners Monument. I only know that because I watched Vacation. What's up, Jason 62911? No kidding, it's snowing. Oh no. Oh no. Well, happy snows to you. I'm more of a warm, sunny person. I grew up in Florida. The snow. It snows every once in a blue moon here in Tulsa during the winter. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Ching ching cling cling. I'm drinking hot tea. It's like a blueberry tea from Argentina. That's where I'm from. That's where I was born. I didn't grow up there or anything, but my parents just got back from a trip and brought back all kinds of goodies, including this blueberry tea, which is fantastic. Did I say it? Rhonda Lund George 6908. Did I say that correctly? Cheers. Hope you got something warm to drink, some hot cocoa or something. I'm just hanging out. No kidding. Today's your birthday? Well, happy birthday to you, Felicia. How old are you turning? Let me guess. Let me guess. You're turning 14 years old. No, I don't know. Yeah. Yes, sir, Mr. Jason, sir. I was born there. My parents are from there, and so on and so forth. I got like my whole family there, uncles, aunts, cousins. I'm gonna visit next year. Actually, I'm gonna take some video footage and photos and post it on my YouTube channel. But it's my grandpa's 100th. He's turning 100 years old. Isn't that crazy? And I talked to him the other day on WhatsApp, and he's fine. He's just old, but he's fine. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just like, how are you? God bless him. He's a very blessed man. He's had a very blessed life. Had kids. His kids had kids. So on, so on. All right, Felicia. You have a good birthday. I hope you had a good birthday. Best of wishes to you. I don't know how old you're turning though. You didn't tell me. I probably made a horrible guess. Maybe I was right. Maybe I was off. I don't know. By a couple of years or a few years. I don't know. But I'm just hanging. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Next year I'm gonna go visit my grandpa. He's turning 100 years old. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see him. Can't wait to visit the family in Argentina, hang out with my cousins and whatnot. That's right. I'm in Oklahoma. Been here for most of my life. Uh, I spent 10 years in Florida growing up. 10 years, which I love Florida. Oh my God, I love Florida. I love the beaches. There's no beaches in Oklahoma. There's lakes, but it's not the same. It's not the same. We all know it's not the same. But lakes are fun, anyways. Lakes are have a lot of fun. Very peaceful out here when you go to a lake. Actually, we just got done shooting a little bit of a music video. I'm going to start editing pretty soon. And I'm going to post it on my channel. We shot a little scene at the lake. It was fun. It was fun. I had to walk in the water, and it was like pretty much not. It was like in the low 60s in temperature, so it wasn't like super warm. You were born in Florida, huh? My name is very Italian, so but I don't know. I go by Lasso. I go by Lasso on the interwebs. But I got a super Italian name, like super ridiculous. I could open up a pizza shop and I probably would do well because I have such an Italian name. Actually, I had people tell me, I have such an Italian name that I should either be an artist or open up a pizza shop. Mm, do you know what was it called? I grew up in a neighborhood area called West Kendall. West Kendall. You ever heard of West Kendall? That's kind of the area. I think it's like 15 minutes away from Miami Beach. Well, my first, yeah, West Kendall. My first name is Lisandro. Can't get more. I mean, it's pretty Italian. That's pretty. I mean, it's not like Giovanni or something. What's up, Katie? I know you, Katie. Welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're staying warm. We had Felicia tune in. Never met her till today. It's her birthday. I wished her happy birthday. Yeah, yeah. Only one S though. Only one S. I'm good, Katie. I'm good. I promised I would go live to hang out, so here I am, hanging out, hanging out. Just don't have much to say really. I'm just kind of jibber jabbering, getting to know some folks. Where are you from, Jason? Oh, you said Florida. Well, do you live in Florida right now, Mr. Jason? I go by Lasso because that's like my artist name. Yeah, yeah, kinda. It's derived from Lysander. It's like Lysander is pretty European, I guess. Um, but I've never met another Lissandro. Dallas, Texas. All right, I like Texas. Texas is a good state. It's a big state, big state. When you have to drive through Texas, it feels like it takes forever. Texas is cool. Dallas is cool. Austin is a crazy town. I went through Austin once, and I was just visiting, and it was like there was one street that felt like a giant party. It was insane. It was, and then there was like we went to these houses that were like had bars in them, and it was crazy. People everywhere partying. It was insane. Bands everywhere. Nothing like Tulsa. Not even close. Tulsa is so tiny compared to Austin. That was a lot of fun. It felt like a festival, but it was just like another night in Austin. A lot of fun. Oh man, I bet. I bet you go visit, man. I bet that would have been insane to go visit. Oh my god, I can't. I mean, I can kind of imagine, but I can't imagine. Yeah, Halloween for me was pretty cool. Probably not as exciting as the stuff that happens in Austin, but we built a haunted house, huge, massive haunted house. 30,000 square foot warehouse that we turned into a. Part of it was a maze. Part of it was a haunted house, and part of it was airsoft shoot monsters. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We had a not a lot of people showed up, but we had over 600, so not too shabby. We're hoping to do it every year and make some money. Make some monies. I do all kinds of weird stuff, freelance, entrepreneurship type of thing. So I did apply for a job though not too long ago. A couple days ago, I applied for a job at a school that I went, a community college. They're looking for a media coordinator. Media coordinator, not bad, but roughly pays 50K a year, which is decent. Yeah, I work for myself. I'm tired of working for myself. I'm tired of having to find gigs or I'm just tired of it. I'd rather have a steady job. I've been doing it for 3 years. Film festivals, theater, acting on in film and television, production assistant. Did that for 5 years. I was a ghostwriter for 4 years. Um, art, painting. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of the hustle. You're always got to find a client. And I'm just like, man, I just would rather have a 9 to 5 job, benefits, steady job where it's like the same place every time. But yeah, I applied Friday, like right after Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna give them a call Wednesday just to pop in and it's like, hey, I turned in my resume. Looking for something steady. Katie says, I don't get to ask you earlier today, but what was your favorite movie? Oh, like favorite movie from all the ones I watched and did a review, or just in general? You understand, Jason, right? Yeah, yeah. Are you a freelancer? Are you a freelancer guy? I'm just so tired of it, man. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Um, I did like the experience, but Ryan Ryan Sebastian says Transcendence is my favorite. Oh, I heard someone say that earlier too, not too long ago. Transcendence. I haven't seen it. Oh, the movies I watch. Okay. Ooh, brilliant. Brilliant man and software engineer. That's cool. That's badass. That is some badassery. My dad was a computer programmer for different companies. For American Airlines, he did the ticketing, and he worked for a company out in DC for a train. He worked on the cards that you scan. Yeah, congrats. That's a good one, man. That's great. But yeah, I'm tired of being the starving artist. I want to get a I've had jobs. I've had jobs before, you know, but I was a termite tech, making good money. Got tired of it. Just, I don't know. I just got tired of it. Tired of the chemicals. Yeah, go dad. He did great. He did great for himself. Yeah. If I can become a media coordinator, I feel like I will make my dad a little happy because I don't think he's happy with my life choices of being a starving artist. So, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get in. I back in there in the workforce, get a decent job, and I want to go back to school actually. Get look into like more advanced marketing training because man, you can make like up to 100K a year. There's some big marketing stuff for big companies. Well, LASSO'S passions. I've been the last 3 years been following my passions, which includes I like gardening. I do that. I do art. I've been painting celebrities, which was crazy. I got to meet all these celebrities. Not all of them, but I would paint whenever they're in town doing a comedy stand up thing or whatever, promoting a book or whatever they're doing. I hear about it, right? I'm always looking, and so I would paint them. I would make a painting, and then I would, you know, find them, go to the event. I would contact security and be like, "Hey, I did a painting. Do you think so and so would be interested in signing it?" And I would make a little time. So I'd make two paintings: a big one that would go to a movie theater, and if they signed it, would not. Well, it would still go there anyways. But my hope is that they sign it. And right now, I have so many paintings signed by so many, uh, like comedian celebrity types, including Hulk Hogan before he passed away. I was able to get his signature. He was in Oklahoma promoting his beer. But Katie, whoa, we got a lot of comments down here. What does that say? I need my glasses. I farted 2656. Do you smoke? Use toilet paper. If not, you have to what? You have to grate it. What? Dude, I love that name. I farted. I used to smoke, heavily smoking the marijuana. I did it for like 10 years and I quit this year. I just didn't like one day I was like, I don't like how this makes me feel anymore. It makes me too dizzy. Maybe I've smoked too much of it and I'm just like, no. Because then I tried it again. I was like, oh, this stuff is making me feel like out of the loop. Like I'm just out of it. It didn't have the same effect that it used to. I don't know. I don't know if things are getting stronger these days. But yeah, I quit. I just was like, I don't want to feel high anymore. I want to feel normal. I used to chain smoke marijuana pre rolls. Like seriously, I would spend $500 a month on marijuana. You know, I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying that because I'm proud of it. See, see, senor, we got another super Saya, Sai, Paisa. 1123, buddy. I just seen The Island this weekend. It's a good one on Netflix. Oh yeah, I've seen it a long time ago. I saw that it was recently added. I need to. It's on my list. Yeah. What's that guy's name? Oh shit! I dropped my tea. Ewan McGregor or something like that. Right? That's the guy in The Island. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I need to check it out. Jesus loves you. Yes, yes, ma'am, or sir. Little Benny. I believe it. ¡Qué bueno! Sí, sí hablo español porque mi mamá, mi padre hablan español en casa y ellos me enseñaron de chiquito, pero no es el mejor español. Es un poco, you know. No, Katie, I haven't watched Wednesday. It's on my list. It looks really good. I love Beetlejuice. Oh my god, I love Beetlejuice. I need to watch Wednesday. It's on my list. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. She's a pretty great actress. She's made a name for herself. Yeah, yeah, they did a good job. They're great parents. I got lucky. I got some really good parents. Very thankful. They're much older now. They're much older, and just to get a little personal here, my dad has I can't even think of it because I have it blocked out of my head. No, he's got a little bit of what do you call it? I can't even think of it. I don't know why I can't think of it, but he's got something, and it's like it's one of those things that you get when you're older, and just man, it's just tearing him apart. But he's doing really good. He's doing better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beetlejuice and the new one. It wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I actually last year I dressed up as Beetlejuice. It was a lot of fun, and I was like really particular about the costume and the face makeup and everything and the hair that people loved it. Like they would take pictures with me. I would go to parties. People would take pictures. I even got hired to appear at a skating rink, and because I knew how to skate, I went as Beetlejuice on skates, and I would appear at this skating rink and skate around with the folks, with the kids and whatnot. No, not dementia. Parkinson's. Yeah, thank God he doesn't have dementia. Oh my God, he's got Parkinson's. He's got like an early stage of it. He's been fighting it off, you know, medications and just doing all kinds of physical activities. But yeah, yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun to see a parent, you know, go through that. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's another reason why I want a solid job, just because that way I can kind of help a little more financially around the house. Um, it's good that I'm here, though. I mean, I help out a lot. I help out a lot every day with whatever they need. And but getting back to you, Katie. Sorry, I don't know if you left or still here, but the favorite movie that I reviewed so far is The Outfit. I really like The Outfit, and actually, I watch it every now and then, even though I'm watching other movies. I really like The Outfit. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's one that goes under the radar. I feel like it just I got two older brothers. Two older brothers. Yeah, yeah, they're great. They're fantastic. One of them's a priest. The oldest is a priest. He's uh he's been, I don't know if this is the right wordage, but he's been killing it as a priest. No, he's doing great. He's awesome. He's done a lot of great things. And right now, well, he was in Rome. That's where he is most of the time. He's in Ireland right now. He's in Ireland, hanging out in Ireland. Yeah, I'm lucky. I know it. I know it. I appreciate everything in my life. Not everything's perfect, but it doesn't have to be. I like the idea of working hard towards stuff to make your life perfect. I'm all about it. That's one thing I proved to myself. Even though I haven't had a steady job in 3 years, the fact that I've been freelancing, and staying just staying up, you know, always rising to the occasion. I'm a hard worker. I am, but I just for a while there, I just got tired of. I don't know. I just got tired of working for other people, and doing stuff that I just don't like. It doesn't serve like my talents and skills weren't being used. So I was like, oh, this is I want to do something like a media coordinator. Then I'll be using my skills, right? So I'm looking for jobs like that. Yeah, yeah. Good point. Good point. Good point. No, but some people are much luckier than others. I'll say that. I'll say that they are, and some people are even worse off than others. I'll even say that. So that's why I never fuss because I know there's a lot of people out there who have it worse than I do. So you know, so I don't fuss. You know, I like my life. Um, and it's only going to get better from here. I feel like I'm going to keep applying for jobs, media coordinator jobs, and I'm going to get one. I'm gonna get one. If it's not this one, then I'm gonna keep applying. There's always one popping up. There's like I checked Zip Recruiter. There's like 5 right now, but the one at this school though is the one I really want because that's just right up my alley. You know. Yeah, yeah. And I wasn't always like this. The beginning of the year, I was in the dumpster. My attitude was horrible. I went through a horrible breakup, heartache, and I think I even lost a job that I had. So it was all at once, just boo, boo, boo. Everything was bad, and it just put me in a pit, and I had to climb out of that hole. And you know what I did? I started YouTubing as a diary. Like I would just do these, and I would let out all my frustrations out. Nobody was watching me, but it didn't matter because it was just my daily journal. It was my way of doing daily journals. I did that for 4 months, and I read books. I read books on shadow work. I read books on the brain. I thought the brain was really cool, and that kind of got me out of myself. Like once I read about the brain, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like there's, because also my dad, and I was like, how do you keep your brain healthy? So I went, through all that. Kitty, it happens. It's just part of life. Even it's like I'm really big into screenwriting and all this, and one thing that I learned from all this is that in storytelling, there's a moment in the movie or book, whatever it's called, The Dark Night of the Soul, where the main character goes through a moment where they lose all hope, they lose everything, they lose their friends, they're just in a rut. And now that I've really experienced that in my life, which I've had those every once in a while when I was growing up, but I now that I've really experienced it as an adult, I really know what it's like to really be at rock bottom. So, because I well, you don't know, but yeah, I went to college for filmmaking and screenwriting, and I've been studying screenwriting for a long time, a very long time. I went to LA, and I got to study under actual screenwriters. That was really cool. I met some of my favorite writers, some of my favorite movies. Deja Vu. I met the guy who wrote that. That was really cool. The movie and one of my favorite sci-fi's, Deja Vu with Denzel. What's crazy is before I even knew I was going to meet the writer, it was my favorite movie. I watched it a million times. I even got the script and broke it down to its bare elements, And when I went to LA for this program, I got paired up to be taught by this guy, and and I was like, it just blew my mind because sometimes the universe is like that. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how I got paired up with one of my favorite writers, and like they didn't even know. Like nobody knew that was my favorite writer. It just happened to be. So that was really cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all of you. Jason says, I think God has some sense of humor. Yeah. Giving us all these difficult tasks, like testing us somehow. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Either we fail or we raise to the occasion, right? If we fail, it's like we got to start over or something, and then we get tested again almost, right? Katie says, or yeah, to make us stronger. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even though I'm getting older, this is like the strongest I've ever been. This is the wisest I've ever been, you know? It's pretty nuts. Everything I've been through has accumulated to this point in my life, which is pretty nuts. Well, how old are you, Mr. Jason? By the way, I'm 39. I turned 39 this year. When I shave the beard, I look younger for sure. I totally look younger. I'm starting to look my age though, I feel like. I don't know. I still have that kind of young thing going on for being 40. Although I gotta say, my gray hairs are coming in. They totally came in this year, I feel like. In the last couple of years, they've been coming in. I'm not gonna dye it. I'm just gonna keep it natural. You're 33. Cool. Been there, done that. Good times. Yeah, 39. I'll be turning 40 next year. The big 40. I'm supposed to be an adult. Although I gotta say, I really feel like one. I'm really starting to feel like one, like for sure. You know, I feel like I could be a dad. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I'm pretty legit. Like I'm a good person. I feel like I make a good dad at this point in my life. If I had kids, don't have kids. Don't have kids. But it's okay. Yeah, yeah. But maybe one day. Who knows? Be careful. I hear everything breaks down at 40. Thanks for the. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, yeah. I've heard. I've heard. It's almost like you have to. I mean, I work out. I exercise. I eat relatively healthy. So the idea is to double down on that. So, so that I don't lose. So I don't slow down. That's the worry is slowing down. I like to stay active and do things. That's like my, I don't know, being active and doing things. That's how I feel like I stay in the, you know whatever you want to call it. Because I know people my age, they're not doing so well, and I'm relatively, other than smoking a lot. I have to say I shouldn't have done that, but I know a lot of folks that drink a lot, and who knows what else, but and I've always been good at staying away from alcohol. I've always kind of known alcohol was the thing that really breaks your body down. I've always just kind of like I'm not touching it, you know. But I did smoke, so that probably didn't help either. And that's why I do vape. I vape nicotine, but only this year for like 3 months, and I'm actually already trying to quit. So and I'm doing a good job of quitting. Katie says, "Do you like dogs or cats?" Well, Katie, Miss Katie, I actually have a dog and I actually have a cat, and I love them both. They're both different, and I love them both. Um, yeah, I love dogs and cats. I love all animals. I do. I like all kinds of animals. I'm a big animal lover. Jason says, "I'm sure if you shave, get a nice fade, tap her out, you'll shave like 10." Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I I've been. I'm not usually a beard guy. I grew it out once like this, just like this, a few years back. It's a nice director's look, to have a beard. I feel like men with beards and glasses can hold like some kind of command over people. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. But I know that some ladies like it and some really don't. There's a mixed bag out there. Yeah, I get told all the time to shave because I'm starting to look like a what do you call it? Like a what do you call a Jewish priest? Not there's anything wrong with that. Nothing against Jewish people, by the way, but a rabbi, like a young rabbi or something. And I used to have long hair too, like down to here. I cut it. I cut it 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking about growing it out. It depends. If I have a good job, I'll probably keep it nice. Give it like I've been shaving my head. I shave it like my buzz cut because it's like I have the machine. Saves me $20 every week or two. You know, I'm right there. I'm there trying to save money wherever I can. Not the best look, and I've let it grow. I mean, I'm by this time I usually shave it. You know. Yeah, yeah. I myself like the goatee look. I like the beard. I look really good. Like if I trim it a little bit, and my mustache is getting curly. Like if I trim the mustache, it's not curly. Uh, I look I look really good. I look really good with a goatee or whatever you call it. Yeah. My mustache is so weird. Like it grows a lot right here, like insane amount, and it doesn't grow much over here. But for some reason, at the tip, it grows like crazy. But like I have to trim here and here quite often because otherwise I look like Hitler or something. It's insane. It's insane how it grows right here. But I do miss my face. But you're right. If I shave the beard, I look 10 years younger for sure. I look like a boy. My dog is After Hours 2103, Adam Sandler. I did use one of his songs in my short. I used a Christmas song a while ago. What's up? Oh, I haven't seen you in a bit. Log in, right? I know you. You look familiar. Log in, yeah. Yeah. I remember you. How's it going? I'm just hanging out. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I just sometimes I don't really have anything to say, so I just hang out. Yeah. Like I said, I look like a boy. My skin's getting rough though. You can see the wrinkles are getting starting to come in. Had a girl say, "Yeah, wrinkles are fine on men. Nobody cares." I was like, "No, I don't want to get old. I want to take care of my wrinkles too." Yeah, I'm gonna look into something so I don't, you know, probably just quit smoking and then just hope for the best. Botox. That I'm not gonna do. I won't go that far. I'm not gonna go that far. But there's some good stuff you can do. There's like oils and ointments and stuff. Vitamin C I hear is good for the skin actually. Vitamin E, like literally as oils, and you just rub it on your skin daily. Wash it. But man, it's coming in though. The age is showing. I mean, look at this weird vein. I mean, what I'm saying, it's starting to show the gray hairs. And nothing I can do about it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. There's things you can do. I'm not doing Botox, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like a like I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I don't need to Botox it. I feel like it's more of a feminine thing, but I don't know. I guess male models do it. I don't know. But I got to get back to working out. I like to work out. I lift weights. I do jump ropes. It sounds silly, but I jump rope and do jumping jacks. I do 100. when I'm really working out, I do 100 jumping jacks and 100 jump ropes. I sprint. I do push-ups. I do 100 push-ups, which is it takes a while to get to that point of doing 100 push-ups, but yeah, I do 100 push-ups. Uh, I never got to 100 pull-ups. For some reason, I never got to 100 pull-ups. 50 pull-ups. That was like the most I can do. And when I'm really working out, I get to the point where I'm with the what do you call them? The dumbbells. I'm doing about 50 in weight. So I get to a point where I'm doing 50. I'm lifting 50 pounds. No, I mean it's not extraordinary, but look closely at this emoji. What is that? I'm going cross-eyed. Void Runner, what's up? That looks like a a person who is pooping out a snail. Yeah, yeah, working out is good. I like working out. Login says, "Can you give us a setup tour, a tour of what the camper?" I'm big on calisthenics. Can I say that right? Calisthenics with weight training, kettlebells. Ah, very cool. Tan on the crown on top. Oh, tap on. I don't. Do you go to a gym? I don't. I don't go to a gym. I just have weights here at the house. I have a pull up bar. That's why I have a jump rope. That's why I do basic stuff. You know, I do basics. I don't have a gym because gym memberships cost money, and I'm not quite there yet. I pinch everywhere. I pinch money wherever I can. I save. I save. I don't spend. You want a tour? I'll give you a tour. Kind of a mess. I'll give you a tour of my setup. Let's see. Let me flip the camera over. So this is my trailer. It's kind of messy. I got a sofa chair. So this is what I was talking about where the cold comes in. I got the sliding door here. These are my books. I love reading. I love reading. I'm a big reader. I love books. Read all those books. Got my little radio, Bluetooth speaker. There's me on a horse in Argentina, hanging out. That was me in Florida when I was going to school. Uh, more books, more books, more books. This is like I'm really big into film, so obviously I'm gonna read those books. Got more books here, but yeah, this door is like this wall is a door, and it actually comes down. So now that it's cold, I raised it back up. Everything's closed, but it's still cold in here. Got a sweet ass Batman little poster there. Little sofa chair here with the lava lamp. I gotta clean up in here. Oh, there's one of the weights. What is this? This is a 30. Oh, yeah, that's a 30 right there. I got a 30, I got a 45, I think, and like a 55 or something. This is a tattoo artist chair, but I don't do tattoos. That's what the person told me. I bought it at a where did I buy it? It was like Army Supply, not Army Supply, Family Goodwill or something. Goodwill like shop where they sell stuff. That's where I got it. I got this really old looking guitar. Pretty cool. I got another guitar in there. That's my old band name. Root Amps. I actually have music on my channel called Root. You can check it out, Root Amps. Yeah, yeah, I need to get one. Let me turn on the light back here. I have one back here. Let me turn on the light though, because it's super dark. It's my bed. Yeah, so I got this heater here. It's got this fake fire. The heater's good though, but yeah, you're right. I need a heater down on that side. I got this sweet little amp. There's my guitar, little acoustic. There's actually a friend of mine who passed away, and he she left me that guitar. So it's not like, you know, I'm not someone who would mark up my guitar. It's actually a small one too. It's like the smaller scale. But I kept it obviously because it belonged to my friend. She passed away. She passed away from fentanyl overdose. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. She actually she gave birth to her child, and then like a month later, she overdosed on fentanyl. Everybody was devastated. When I heard the news, I was devastated. I couldn't go to her funeral because it's just too real for me. I couldn't do it. I appreciate it. This is my 30 foot. It's a 30-foot camper. I wanted a camper so that way it's paid off, so I don't pay a bill on it. And electricity is hooked up to my parents' house, and like I said, I'm not really paying bills. Um, the only bills I have is for insurance and like a credit card that I got. But it's not much. There's not much on it. Yeah, yeah. I miss her every now and then. She was like my best friend. Um, we'd hang out a lot, and then I went to college, and like I always thought we might end up together, but she met somebody when I was in college and had a kid. Which I wasn't mad about that. I was always like her friend. And but we'd hung out. We hung out so much, like almost every day, and yeah, yeah, it hit me really hard. I couldn't handle it. Like it was just a lot. It was like I said, I couldn't go to the funeral because it was too real. It was too real for me to go. It was too much. Just her mom calling me and telling me she passed away was like a shock because she was younger than me. She was like 3 years younger than me. So man, that was a punch to the gut. Oh, you listen to my music, dude? I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Not a lot of people do. I was in a band. It was my band, and we were actually kicking ass for 3 years here in Tulsa. Everybody knew who we were. Everybody loved us, and then we broke up. My drummer quit on us. I got a new drummer, but it wasn't the same. Like our band was so good. Everybody fit so well. It was like a rare thing that happened. How we came together and we broke up. And it was the saddest. It was like the saddest thing that ever happened to me because I really wanted to make it as a band. I really did. I thought I had something special, but you know. Quote of the day. You want to hear a quote of the day? I got you a quote. I got you. I just popped up my little book here. General George S. Patton said, "Do more than is required of you." Boom! That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Do more. And I always actually try to do more than was required of me. I volunteer a lot. I'm really big into volunteering. Um, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. So me and my brother, not the priest one, but the middle brother, he actually wrote a song recently and recorded it and stuff. He's more musically inclined than I am, believe it or not. If you think that's good, his stuff is incredible. And he built a whole studio setup. He just finished recording a song, and this what up? What up, Yults? But why do all bands break up at their peak? I know, right? I even was like, I was telling my drummer, I was like, come on, we're right there. If we just keep going and keep hanging on, do more tours, put out music videos. No, they just want. You know what it was? My drummer wanted to quit and start his own band, and he did. He started his own band. He was the front man, guitar and everything, but they blow chunks. They were horrible. He was just tired of playing drums. He wasn't the best drummer, but the weirdest thing is he really fit our sound. His weird drumming style. Like I said, he wasn't like a trained drummer, so he didn't know how to do proper fills and stuff. He was more of a like just garage band drummer, and I liked it. It gave us like a raw sound. But yeah, yeah, I agree with you. We broke up at our peak. I mean, we were playing huge stages in our own town. Like you never hear of a band who doesn't tour, doesn't go out and like makes it to like big stages, you know. And we made it to a we you guys know who Broncho is? They're like famous now. We used to play with them a lot. And see, they didn't break up. They're like famous now. Yeah, I've been kicked around, but I guess that's what makes you tough. I guess I'm a tough cookie. I'm really tough. I'm a tough one. It takes a lot. It would take so much to break me. Like I don't know. I don't know what could break me. Like there's just I don't know. It would take a lot, but yeah, I feel like I'm breakable. I feel like Bruce Willis, like back in the day. Man, I feel so bad about Bruce Willis. He is going through it. He is going through it in the most horrible way. It is so crazy. So crazy, so crazy. But well anyways, yeah, my brother I was talking about the music. He did a song. We actually shot a music video for it. I He bought me a gimbal. I have my camera together combined, powers combined. We shot a music video. And so yesterday, a few days ago, yeah, even yesterday, I was working on clearing like hard drive space on my computer. So now that I did that, I'm gonna be tomorrow. Actually, is the first day that I will start editing the music video. Um, but my spirit animal, man, I couldn't tell you. I used to think it was a turtle because I don't know. I feel like I have a steady, slow pace. I feel like everybody my age I went to school has like totally surpassed me in every way. Well, I know. Well, all the people I know. I mean, they killed it. They killed it. I'm over here behind, but still going. I'm still going. Slow pace, but I'm still going. I use Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere. I used to use when I had more things available. I used to use DaVinci Resolve. All-time favorite thing to use. Um, Adobe Premiere. Yeah, I use Adobe Premiere. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I like it. There's a lot you can do with it. Sometimes it feels limiting for some reason. I don't know, but I started out using Final Cut Pro back in the day. We're talking like 15 years ago. But yeah, I'm excited to edit this music video, and I'm gonna release it once my brother finishes little touches. The song is good, and I wouldn't be just saying that because he did it. It's actually really good. It's a really good freaking song. Um, so that's why I'm excited to put it out. That's why I was like, yeah, let's do a music video because it's a good song. And well, yeah, I'm gonna edit the video. He's gonna finish his little finishing touches on it, and then I'm gonna release it on my channel. He said I can release it. Jason says, "Do you know I met him? Well, I didn't actually meet him. I saw him and I stood next to him attacking him. What attacking concert? Oh, attending concert. He was so tall. Bruce Willis is a Donna Summer concert. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know he plays. I knew that. He was playing, right? That's awesome. Dang, that's crazy. Is it not surreal? It is so surreal to see somebody famous in your vicinity of viewing in real life. It's so weird. And like I said, if I need to repost some of my pictures because I have pictures of every comedian I met. From let's see, Chris Kattan. I met him in person. Um, that was surreal. I met the guy. What's his name? Can't think of his name. I'm really bad with names, even celebrities. He was an anchor man. He was the guy with the cowboy hat and would say "whammy." That guy. I met him in person, which was really surreal. I met another actor. I met Andy Dick. He was weird, but not bad. He was okay. I met Polly Shore. Was interesting. That was really surreal because he was, he was somebody I would watch as a kid. What's that movie called? In the Army Now. It was pretty crazy. From Oklahoma, I don't know who's famous from Oklahoma. Brad Pitt. He's famous. Brad Pitt's pretty cool. He'd be awesome to meet. I hear he's kind of a jerk though, but I don't know. I'm not gonna judge anyone. Um, who else? I met a couple more. I just can't think of. Oh, you know who I met? Who was in town this year at a Comic Con type thing. I don't know what's his name. His name is so average. Like I have a hard time remembering it. But he's a guy in Lord of the Rings. He played Rudy. He was in the Goonies, and so I painted him as a kid when he was in the Goonies, and he was like, "Whoa, this is the coolest thing ever." He even like held it up for everyone to see. He signed it. That was a badass moment. Everyone's a jerk. Yeah, I guess so. You're not wrong about that to a degree, huh? Well, everybody, when you're a celebrity and strangers are constantly hounding you, you know, they gotta put up a wall sometimes. I don't think they mean to be jerks. And plus, being an actor is running a business. It's not a thing they take lightly. It's serious business. I've been around actors and I've been on sets. I've been on movie sets. I've been on a lot of movie sets. I was lucky here in Oklahoma. I was a production assistant for 5 years and I worked on small independent movies. Like I said, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. And I got lucky because I built my portfolio working on these smaller productions, and then it got bigger and bigger. And eventually, I worked on big movies. I worked on Stillwater, starring Matt Damon. I got to meet him. He's a really cool guy. He doesn't play just cool. He actually is cool. He is pretty much the way he is in movies. He tells stories. He doesn't mind sitting down and telling stories. Like it's hilarious. Um, he was very accessible. It's crazy how accessible he was. I even like we were at Crafty. That's where you get all the food and stuff, snacks. And he came up to me and what did he say? He said something. I don't know what he said, but he was like, "Oh, you're the guy." And because I did something like something really good, and everyone was happy about it. But anyways, um, I was on Killers of Flower Moon when they came to Oklahoma. I was on that for 3 months or so, and I didn't like you know I didn't meet them, but I was around them a lot. Not a lot, but like enough to be like, holy shit! Like Leonardo DiCaprio was like 2 feet away from me. Robert De Niro is right over there. Martin Scorsese is right over there. And you get a bunch of people also. They don't have famous names, but they're like, in the industry, they're huge. Because all the top of the best workers in the industry specifically came to work for Martin Scorsese because he kept saying it was going to be his last movie. Apparently, it wasn't. So I don't know, but so all the top people working who worked with Spielberg and James Cameron and you name it, they were all here in Oklahoma, and I got to be on that movie set. I was a little fly on the wall, but still, it was pretty amazing. I met Linda Blair. She was a sweetheart. She signed my T-shirt. I still have it. That's badass. Yeah, you gotta keep those mementos. I also met you probably don't know him, Justin Long. That sounds really familiar. Why is that? I know who that is. Yeah, yeah, I know who that is. Wasn't he in Idiocracy, right? He was like playing a doctor, like a really yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. He seems like the kind of guy that shouldn't be famous, like because he just seems like one of us in a lot of ways. But he made it. He fucking made it, man. It's always impressive when actors start. All actors start nowhere. They start with like nothing. They start with little commercials, independent movies, and some of them you've never heard of. Yeah, yeah, dodgeball, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, he was in a Die Hard movie too, wasn't he? With Bruce Willis, I'm pretty sure. Oh well, I appreciate that. That's great. That's great. Making cracking jokes over here. What's your name? Algu. I mean, with that name, you're probably a part of it too. I can't even pronounce that. Oh, Algol rhythm. Nice play of words there. But I don't know if you want to know, but published a book this year. It's on Amazon. Woohoo! This is how I took down 9/11 by myself. Just kidding. Just trying to be part of the joke. No, but no, seriously, I was thinking about shaving. One book. Big whoop. I've already sold 2 million copies. Okay. 2 million. No, just kidding. I probably sold 3 copies. 4, maybe. But yeah, my first book. I'm proud of it. It's all about in the Oklahoma independent film scene here. I've been a big part of. And speaking of which, there's a movie. Hello, thank you. So, how do you say that? I'm sorry if I totally botch it. So Tiris 9 LOL. Lol. I appreciate that. I'm sure you look beautiful tonight as well. My voice, you like my voice? It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. Hey, speaking of which, I'm reading a book called The Guide to Going Viral. I started today, and so I'm reading like a section at a time, a chapter at a time. So tomorrow I'm going to go live around 6 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time, and read chapter 1. So I don't know if you saw that earlier, but yeah, tomorrow chapter 1. I did the introduction today, 25 pages. Who knows? Maybe I'll get into doing audiobooks. That's a little niche, right? Little niche, but you got to really work at it though. That's something you got to really commit to. I know a guy in town he's younger than me. He's smaller than me, and he has the deepest voice you ever heard of. And when you see him and then you hear his voice, you're like, how does that even happen? You're like the smallest dude in the planet, and you have a freaking he's like the deepest voice. It's deeper than that. It's just incredible. He's got a radio voice. He's got a radio. I tell him all the time, you got to be in radio, dude. Like you're in the. He wants to be an animator, which is cool. He could do voices for it. But I'm like, dude, you gotta do radio. Like you have the most perfect radio thing ever. But yeah. This is my book. You can find it on Amazon. It's called Dialogues, Oklahoma Independent Cinema. Bit of my story there. I'm actually planning on doing 2 more books. This is book 1. Where is it? Book 1. Book 1. So there's gonna be a total of 3 books. It took me 2 years. It took me 2 years. You know why? Because I interviewed 14 people, and this is like their interviews and stuff, and then part of my story. So it took a long time. I interviewed a guy who wrote a movie called Boneyard, and Mel Gibson and 50 Cent star in that movie. Small dudes always surprise in a good way. Is that your quote for the day? That's your quote. That should be on a T-shirt. I feel like that should be on a T-shirt. That's T-shirt worthy right there. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, but so true. But yeah, I'm this goal of mine that I had this year was to publish a book. and reach 1,000 subscribers this year. So very close to reaching 1,000. And I promised everybody that once I reach 1,000, that I'm going to release the latest feature film that I created. Now it's not Hollywood. It's actually really low budget. I did it with $5,000, and it took me 15 years to make. It took me 2 years to film it. 2 years, not like every day. It was like 2 summers on the weekends, from like August, September, like those 3 months, like October. And so it took me 3 years, all weekends in those months. I think it was like 20 something weekends in total. And I appreciate that. So I'm gonna release it once I hit 1,000. I'm gonna release it. It's called Stray Kids. I have a trailer on my channel. You can watch it. Like I said, it's not Hollywood, but it's the best that I could do with the bare minimum. I mean, we're talking bare minimum, just a piece of stick and some bubble gum. Because $5,000 to make a feature film is not a lot. I had to really scrape by. It's pretty intense, but I learned a lot. I wanted to do like how all the legends did it. They did it on their own at first, You learn so much doing it on your own. Holy cow, did you learn so much. And being on movie sets and doing this, that's my dream, right? To be a movie director. So, I got into music, but ultimately, I think movie directing and doing that, I don't know, could be my true calling. I don't know. Sometimes it always felt like it was, you know. Um, I started really young. I did my first little shitty independent movie when I was 17. And I finished it at 17, but I started at like 14 years old. My favorite director, it varies. It varies. Every director has their own little style. That's what I appreciate the most, especially the ones that stand out, and have done really well for themselves. It's really hard to say because, like I said, they all have their own style. Um, it's hard to say. But I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's so hard to say who my favorite director is. They all have their own style. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, I do. Uh, well, I think the person that influenced me the most was Hitchcock. I was a big Hitchcock guy. So I got a lot of influence from him, a lot of influence from Spielberg. I was really big into Indiana Jones. Oh my God, I was the biggest Indiana Jones boy nerd you've ever met. I even like went through the scripts and like, not talking about the new ones. I think there's a couple of new ones, but I'm talking about the old, like the first one, the first one. I would take the script, break it down, just really break it down. I did a whole, I wrote not a book, but I wrote I don't know what you call it, an essay of just breaking down the whole entire movie to its elements. Um, everyone can make Login says everyone can make masterpieces on $10 million, but real creativity happens on. Yeah, I agree with you. These days, like when I was watching Scorsese, it's like you don't even have to try. As long as you got ideas and you tell what you want, it's like everybody does it for you. On a zero budget movie, you do it all. I did the editing, but of course these guys did it back in the day, right? They when they first started out, they used to do it. But yeah, Stray Kids is a movie where I had to do it all, and I know directors in town who have managers, agents, and everybody does everything for them, and it's just like I that's just so lame to me. Like you got to get in there and get dirty with your hands. You really got to me. I'm the kind of director where I got to take charge of the camera work. The acting, of course you let actors do their thing, but it's like I have a vision and I want to stick to it. But so Stray Kids is a movie where I produced it, I casted it, I raised the money for it, I edited it, I did the filmmaking aspect. Except I had a buddy. This was the only movie where I had a buddy of mine do half the cinematography and I did the other half, um, just to lighten the load, and on purpose because the movie has a timeline split. So there's stuff that happens one year and stuff that happens later, right? There's like a timeline split. So I wanted to have a different look. So on purpose, I had the other cinematographer who has his style film a half of the movie, and I shot the other half on purpose. And once it's out there on YouTube and you watch it, it'll make sense. And there's like two different styles, and I did it on purpose because I wanted it to look different, especially like when it goes to flashbacks and whatnot. I wanted to have a different look and different feel. Kubrick, oh man, yeah, don't even get me started. But not he's not like my top favorite, but yeah, he did some great stuff for sure, some inspiring stuff. Um, Coppola actually shot two or three movies here in Oklahoma and here in Tulsa. He shot Rumblefish and Outsiders. So I actually drew a lot of inspiration from Coppola to make Stray Kids. So the four movies that inspired me to make Stray Kids was Mean Streets, Scorsese, Rumblefish, Outsiders, that's Coppola, and The Warriors, which I don't remember the director's name because that's like the only movie he ever made, I think. But The Warriors is such a classic, awesome freaking movie. It's a classic. You never heard of The Warriors? When that movie came out in theaters, people started like rioting. They started like freaking like getting violent because that movie is violent. For that time it came out, it was like a very violent movie. And people were like they were like actually getting violent out in the streets. The Wanderers. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Tom Hanks, right? I think that's what's one of his movies that he produced, I believe. I don't know if he directed it, but yeah, the One Eaters. That's such a good one. Very fun. Very fun. What was the Can't Catch Me If You Can? That's a good one. That's who directed that one? Is it Spielberg? Catch Me If You Can. I feel like Tom Hanks and Spielberg have been working together like forever. It's like that's all he works with. Not lately, but I feel like that's been his main guy for such a long time. Yeah, I think Leonardo DiCaprio was his like that movie made me go, "Oh yeah, he's a good actor. This is a great role for him." But I was never really a big Leonardo DiCaprio like fan. I didn't really care for him. I don't think he's that great of an actor. But he is, but I didn't think so. Departed was pretty decent. But yeah, it was Catch Me If You Can where I was like, oh man, this guy's pretty cool. Um, good actor, good actor. Yeah, and I got to see him in real life. He is tall, and he would smoke on set, cigarettes. He's a smoker. Leonardo DiCaprio is a smoker. You guys, I had no idea. Yeah, Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. Yeah, yeah. I'm a fan of Tim Burton. Yeah, they had like a whole era of just Depp and Burton. I don't know if they work together anymore. Oh yeah, Shutter Island's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't really done a decent movie in a while. I feel like I don't know. Is that me? Is that just me? Am I just being negative? I just think he hasn't done a good one. But he's a good actor. Anything he does, he's good. It's funny. Sometimes people tell me I look like Shia LaBeouf. I just laugh at them because I know I don't. I mean, I get it, the beard, kind of in this area, maybe I do, but I don't have his eyebrows. He's got like really big eyebrows. I don't have his eyebrows. If I had his eyebrows, then I would say, yeah, I look a lot like him. I could be a stand-in for Shia LaBeouf. I think he shot like 3 movies here in Oklahoma already. Shia LaBeouf. I got the vape in my hand, but I'm not gonna do it. I just stopped myself from doing it. Yo, we've been hanging out for an hour. You saw him in New York City? Yeah, he kind of went nuts for a while, but now he's like he found God, and he did a movie playing Padre Pio, like this like priest monk guy, Catholic monk. Yeah, that must have been a sight. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, he did some crazy stuff there for a minute. Yeah, he was like, yeah, he was out of it. Yeah, most likely, he was out of it, man. He was drinking a lot. He talks about it. He talks about it a lot now. He felt like he's talked about it. He was lost. He was just lost. He was a lost soul. He talks about it. The the thing that kept him going was the movies, but other than that, he was a complete lost soul, you know. He felt lost, you know. He didn't have and again, he found God. He found God and did that priest movie. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with him. That's crazy. Yeah, because he was just out there for a minute. He even had a 24-hour cam thing that he would be on, and people would show up and actually kind of bully him and get into fights with him. That's insane. Russell Crowe, man, legend. He he got fat for a while, didn't he? Did not look like him. That's crazy. Yeah, I bet he didn't look like himself. But yeah, Russell Crowe, he got. I think all that muscle turned to fat, and it caught up to him. I think he's doing much better these days, though. He's looking good these days. I think. I don't know, but he gained a lot of weight. I think that's what happens when you have a lot of muscles and stuff. It like if you don't do anything, it turns into fat. Um, but yeah, he's a legend, man. Russell Crowe. Somebody found him. I think he was in a punk band or something, and I can't remember his story. Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. What happened to that guy? I guess he just got old, huh? But he's still in the game. Looks like he's still hanging in there. He's still doing it. What happened to his son? What's going on with his youngest? Man, is he going crazy? Like he does a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know for attention or what. Russell Crowe. You don't know Russell Crowe? He was uh he was the original Gladiator. Um Gladiator 1. What else? He's been in some stuff. Can't remember any of it. Russell Crowe? Yeah. Yeah, he was the first he was the in Gladiator 1. He was the Maximus Aurelius or what not Aurelius. I don't know what it. Oh, you know. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. There's no way you would not know. There's no way. Come on now. I can't think of any other movies he's been in. Though. He's been in a lot of movies. L.A. Confidential, I think, was one of his first bigger roles that he did. Uh, oh, Dismissed, 2017. No, I have not. Is that on Netflix? Transcendence, though, is that the Johnny Depp movie that I'm thinking about? Is that different? I need to check that out. Oh, Beautiful Mind. Yeah, that blew him up. That's the movie that really blew him up. After that movie, he was just like Cinderella Man. Didn't he follow up with that? Yeah, those 2 movies back to back blew him up big time. That's Cinderella Man's such a good movie. Man, I haven't seen it in a while. That's I used to watch that all the freaking time. Such a good movie. Yeah, yeah. Ron Howard was on fire there for a minute with Ron Howard and Russell Crowe. Good teammates there. Isn't it crazy how sometimes like just the right director, just the right story, just the right actor, those combinations, obviously a good producer and a whole team. But man, you get the right ingredients and man, it could launch everyone's careers big time. I watched Frankenstein. Uh, that was pretty interesting. That was pretty good. Not my favorite actor, I gotta say, that guy, but I did like him in this movie. The guy who plays Frankenstein, not the monster, but the actual Doctor Frankenstein. He was actually really good in this movie. Like I said, he hasn't he's never been any of my top like, oh, I like watching this guy. But I really enjoyed him in this. He seemed to really fit the role really good. Lightning in a Bottle, yeah, yeah. Frankenstein, the new 2025 movie. Guillermo del Toro directed it. But the guy who plays the monster, I mean, he might get an Oscar. I don't know. He's that was brilliant what he did. Yeah, the new 2025 Frankenstein. It's out on Netflix right now. And there's a behind the scenes of how they made it. Yeah, it's a new one, 2025. They did a crazy hell of a job with that movie. Yeah, he's a great director. Hellboy, oh my god, don't get me started with Hellboy. What he did with Hellboy was crazy. It was fun. Um, but yeah, Frankenstein was pretty. It was yeah. I definitely that was one of the movies I reviewed last month. Really great. Transcendence. Yeah, I got to put that on my list. And The Island. Right now, I'm watching Ambulance. I haven't seen The Shape of Water. I need to watch that one. But yeah, Ambulance. Kevin Bacon. Man, that guy he's been around for a long time, hasn't he? If you Ambulance is good. I believe it's directed by Michael Bay. So lots of explosions, car flippings. But I like Ambulance. It's got that one actor from October Sky, Jake Gyllenhaal, which again, I'm not an actor I like to like. Oh yeah, let's go watch like. He did Bubble Boy, which I thought was hilarious, and then he did October Sky, which I thought was pretty good. He was in the Zodiac Killers or something. But he was really, I liked him in Ambulance. I think he did a good job. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, he's like the creature from Black Lagoon. Yeah, done so in the very what he did with that is exactly what he did with Frankenstein, pretty much. He did a really good job of just I don't know what you call it. He puts his own take on it and like really brings the humanity out of it. It's crazy. He did the same thing with Frankenstein. He really found a way to modernize the story, insert a lot of humanity into it with a monster, which I think is his like niche. I think, but yeah, it's weird. Yeah, not weird, but yeah, no, he does a really good job of doing that. It's crazy. That's his thing, huh? Yeah, that's totally his thing. Yeah, for sure. That makes sense now. Just thinking about it, and talking about it. He's really into creatures, huh? He's really into creatures. I wonder what's he gonna do next. How is he gonna wow us now? Well, obviously Frankenstein was his latest project, but I wonder what's up his sleeve. Which monster will he do next? Godzilla? No. What would he do with Godzilla? I don't know. Who knows what he'll do next? But I mean, I usually don't go this long. Ooh, yeah, Dracula. Yeah, that'd be interesting if he did something like that. I got a buddy here in town. We've been like friends for a long time. We were both into screenwriting, and we thought of a zombie movie, but it's like we do the whole Guillermo del Toro take on a zombie. Like we humanize a zombie. It's crazy. His idea is so crazy. Um, so it's caught my attention. It's something I want to work with on him. Like really humanizing a zombie. It's insane. It's insane with his take on it. I don't want to say much, but when he told me about it, it got me really excited because I've never heard. It's so original, the idea, that I'm just like, oh my god, we got to do this. Me and my buddy Rudy. We're actually planning on filming next year, hopefully, a little independent movie. Yeah, the zombie movie. Um, his what my friend Rudy. A few days ago, we were talking because we were talking about the next movie we want to make, and so we have this idea to make a cheap movie that's just three friends hanging out downtown. They're trying to score. It's kind of like what's it called? Super bad, but not so much about high school and the party and whatnot. It's more just adults who are looking to score. Looking for a score at a bar. And one of them is really bad, one of them is really good, and the other one is having like a, I don't know, like a midlife crisis. Super bad, dude, ridiculous. No, but yeah, my friend has a crazy zombie movie that the premise, I don't want to say it because I don't want to give it away. I don't know if you know that idea will just suddenly float off into space and people will steal it. But he's got a really original zombie movie that I've never heard of anyone do a take like this on a zombie. And so man, I'm telling you, who knows? Maybe 4 years from now, you'll see a zombie movie created by me and my friend Rudy. But he got me stoked on it because I know it sounds weird, but his take on it was so original that it got me super excited because I never heard of anybody doing a zombie movie like the way he was thinking. So I'm super stoked about that. Interview with a Vampire, not the new one though, not the TV show. I haven't seen it, but yeah, you're talking about like the Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt one. Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty nuts. Pretty crazy movie. I watched it as a kid. Pretty crazy movie. Don't it happen to me? I came up with the idea of fast zombie. Next thing you know, 28 days. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen actually 28 years later. Not bad. I think it's still on Netflix. I recommend it. It's a good one. It's different. It's good. It's good. I liked it. Ah, nice. Nice. Trying to think of something else. But anyways, yeah, once I get 1,000 subs, I'm going to release my movie, my little piece of crap $5,000 movie that took me 15 years to make. It was the editing that took forever. The editing took 10 years. It was because I don't have a studio, and I would go to the library to work on it because they have computers there, but you can only work there for like 3 hours at a time. There's a limit. But now I have my own computer at home. I finally made enough money. I bought my own computer. I have it here. And actually, I finished it here. I went to TU, University of Tulsa, for 2 years, got my degree, my bachelor's. That that interfered with making the movie. Yeah, I'm a fan of books. I'm a fan of graphic novels over movies typically. Typically, I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know why that is. I don't know, but I typically like graphic novels or the books better than I do the movie. It's really rare for me to go, oh yeah, I read the book Killers of Flower Moon, and that book was amazing. And the movie I actually haven't seen. I've never seen the movie, even though I worked on the movie. I haven't seen it. But from the looks of it, I like the like from the trailers and stuff. I like the book better, but I haven't actually seen that movie, even though I worked on it. Well, yeah, I say it kind of jokingly. It's not good enough for Sundance. I can tell you that much. No, it's not. It's not good enough. Um, I feel like Sundance movies are all like $1 million budget movies that usually come with a star nowadays. It used to be different back in the day. But yeah, I feel like Sundance is crowded with celebrities now and $1 million budget movies, which is crazy to me. I don't recall off the top of my head the specs on my computer, but it's good. It's decent. It's like one of the it's a PC, it's like custom. I've upgraded like everything on it. It's pretty fast. It's got a really updated graphics card. Like I can play any video game if I wanted to. But people say South by Southwest. Is that what it's called? That's like kind of like the new Sundance, where, but again, it's being taken over by celebrities. Like once a film festival gets huge, it just gets taken over by celebrities. I mean, it's just how it goes. Um, but no, I mean, I've done pretty well with not the big festivals, but like smaller ones. I do really well. I win awards, do this and that. But I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. It's just more of makes you feel good about yourself, I guess, when you win something. This year I got best documentary. I got best actor. I got for a different project. So it does make you feel good, but in the scheme of things, I don't know if it matters much. Kingdom of Heaven. Oh yeah, dude, that movie's intense. That's a war movie, isn't it? With like the Persians or something. Vermont. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. But these days, man, there are festivals all over the place. Man, it's crazy how many festivals there are. There's so many that popped up. Um, but yeah, once I hit 1,000, I'll probably release it like the first day of January. That way, I can call it a 2026 movie. But I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys give it a give it a watch. It'll be free. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Man, I wish I had the funds to go to like bigger film festivals. I haven't gone outside of Oklahoma. I mean, I have a couple of times. I went to one in California. I went to one in New York. I went to one in Austin. That's about it. That's about it. I haven't ventured off too much. Yeah, Austin, San Francisco. I did San Francisco. I did Austin. I did New York City. As far as like outside of Oklahoma, but I always do Oklahoma film festivals because it's the closest to me, right? The Crusader, 1935. Wow, you got me there. Holy cow! No, I haven't seen that. That sounds pretty cool. The Crusader. No, I haven't seen that. I was just kind of going through my head. No, I haven't seen that. That sounds old. That sounds like black and white. Rocketeer. Anybody a fan of the Rocketeer? Oh my god, I love that movie so much. I'm surprised they never made a second or a third. Man, I thought that movie was when I was a kid. I thought that was like the best thing ever. But Ambulance, I think is the next movie I'm gonna do a review on. It's on Netflix, recently added. Um, really, it's fun. It's like thrilling. It's like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Lots of car flippings and explosions, and it's good. I like it. I like it. I liked it. Not too shabby of a film. But I think I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm pretty tired. I don't know. I go to bed pretty early. I don't know. I mean, I tend to these days. But you know, it was fun talking. Whistle down the wind. Man, I've never heard of that one. Cool, Jason. Yeah. Yeah, fun talking. Thanks for chatting with me today, tonight. We can do this again some other time though. For sure. Whistle down the wind. I've got to say I've never heard that one before. That's man, you're popping out some interesting ones. All right, yeah, I'm a skadoodle. It's been fun. I salute you all. Haley Mills. Haley Mills. Yeah, you're. I feel ashamed as a filmmaker that I don't know these things. You're killing me. It was fun though. Yeah, log in. You have a good night too, Jason. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here. Appreciate it. And hopefully we'll cross paths again. We'll chit chat some other time. We'll hang out. So Phil Leotardo. That name. Wow, I cracked. What a name. 47. No, I'm 39. Do I look 47? That's not a good sign. All right, folks. Take care. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed. You all have a good evening. And until the next time, we'll chill. We'll chat. No, we're not. All right. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.